Well, good morning. This is Hiro. What we're going to do today is kind of a follow-up from my Happy New Year chapter. You know, when I was doing all the shuffling of the edge of the nursery, I showed you some plants that was in need of, well, it was a volunteer tree that needed to be taken out. So that's what I'm going to do today. But before we get started, or anytime you're going to get started on a project like this, what you need to do is to have containers and plenty of soil ready to go. And then I'm also using this trailer, which is bigger, and I can take all the dirt and things like that easier than using the table inside. This is the trident that I think we looked at before. I cut the tops roughly, and at this point you don't want to style anything because you don't know where the root's going to take you. There's quite a big root right here, and I'm using this green bar. It's made out of 1-inch galvanized pipe, so it's heavy, but it'll go right through and I'll be able to take it out. So this one was a must because I need to start getting this place ready for bench and plants. So I'll get this one shaped up and show you the finished product for sure. Okay, so I got this trident out. It's easily workable, nothing difficult. One good thing, there is a big root that comes around here. Well, I think what we're doing is right now we're looking at the front. Luckily, this big one's not going this way. If it was coming forward, then we have to change our front. So I find this project going to be relatively simple. I just trim up the roots and stick it in one of those cans. As you can see, I'm ready to put this in a pot. And there was some big ones, but it wasn't too bad. So I cut those off, and there's plenty of feeder roots, so there should be a very good chance for success. So I'll go ahead and get this potted up, and I'll show you the finished product. I have it in the pot. Now I did another rough cut, but eventually it's going to get cut off here. So this line will go up, and most likely you'll get cut off here, but also the option could be cut it off here. But first we need to let this recover. And then this one down here is just a sacrifice branch, so you'll get cut off somewhere in the growing season. Whether it's this year or next year, not sure. But that's my goal here. Now, you notice that compared to what it used to be, this is slightly slanted that way, and that's on purpose. That big root that was on the surface, it would be so much easier if it didn't stick out because of the cut. So I tilted it that way so that when we get to the next stage, after this is nice and recovered, we will not have to deal with that large root. So these are the things you got to do ahead of time with a rough plan of what's going to happen. Things are not going according to plan. The second half of this little chapter is not going to be a little chapter. The Chinese elm is turning into a major task. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. So I mentioned it before, but when you have a situation like this, you put it in an area where it will not be touched, bumped, or any movement at all. Because what happens is as it starts to recover, all the little root hair will be damaged if it gets moved. So I'll put this in kind of a secluded area, and then hopefully in 3 to 5 years, it'll look like something. But this is Hiro saying goodbye for now, and I'll see you again real soon in the second part of this chapter. So we'll finish the trident maple and get to the elm in another chapter. This is the other project that I wanted to accomplish today.